Matt Parker, we farm at Eugowra in central west New South Wales, 16 kilometres east of Eugowra towards Cadell on the Mandadgery Creek. So we've got quite a lot of lucerne flats. We've got 800 hectares here, mixed cropping, sheep, cattle and hay production and a little bit of grain cropping. Any surplus we've got, we've always made hay or silage, put it in a shed. If you can't use it now, you'll use it later on. And that whether it's supplementary feeding or an income stream selling the hay and stuff, or buying stock when no one else wants to because they haven't got the feed. But yeah, we've always found if you've got a spare paddock of feed, put strings around it and yeah, you can't go wrong really. Makes a big difference to your bottom line. If you can buy stock in a dry time compared to after it rains, that can be the difference between a profit and a loss at the end of the financial year. But yeah, we lock paddocks up for hay come mid-August, and if we don't get the rain, well, the sheep or lambs slowly use them. If we've still got them locked up come haymaking time, well, they get baled. Depending on the season, if it's wet, we probably do a little bit more silage, because it's hard to make quality hay. But I prefer to make hay because we've got that extra option of selling the hay later on too as another income stream. It's a lot easier to make quality silage. You probably only need 3 to 4 days, whereas springtime, you're looking at 8 to 12 days to make quality hay. If it's a wet spring, you just don't have that window of opportunity for the hay. So it's silage if we have a wet spring. It's quality or quantity. And if you want quantity, you've got to compromise on the quality and vice versa. So if you want top fattening fodder, you've got to do it when it's ready, not when you're ready. Whether it's silage or hay, too much moisture, yeah, will ruin everything. Yeah, hay shed fires or not enough moisture will just destroy the quality of the feed too. Baling's got to be done right, whether it's silage or hay. 14 to 16% moisture in your hay is ideal. Yeah, there's a little bit either side of that, but yeah, if you could bale all hay between 14 and 16% moisture, it would be pretty good. There's moisture meters in the balers these days and a hand moisture meter, and with experience you learn by feel too, really. Sounds a bit silly, but yeah, most people can tell by just feeling the hay. It'll give you a rough idea what it's going to be and when it's going to be ready. We've tested everything last year and especially running a small lamb feed lot with a feed mixer with a total mix ration, you know exactly what the stock are getting and what they should do with the feed test. It's not just a guess. Things are too expensive these days to be guessing, but I think it will become a thing in the future that everyone will want a feed test. We mainly do oat and hay, and that we find that easy to sell or to use ourselves. And that timing's a big thing. You don't really want any grain in it. The more grain you've got in the oat and hay, the less it'll test up. It sort of becomes straw and grain, not oat and hay. So the sooner you can cut it, the better for quality-wise. Yeah, you learn from your mistakes, yeah. Watching the weather more than watching the crop, like waiting. A chance of 10 mil of rain Friday, and then it doesn't happen, and then there's a chance of 5 mil of rain the following Monday and it doesn't happen. So by the time you cut that hay, it's overgrown, and at the end of the year, instead of getting 5 cuts of hay, you've only got 4 because you've hesitated on 2 or 3 of those cuts. So you end up cutting your nose off to spite your face. Like, if there's 50 or 80 mil of rain predicted, well, you don't cut hay, but yeah, don't look up. When the crop's ready, go for it. We do a little bit of hay contracting, and people ask me when will we cut hay, and it varies every year depending on the weather. Like if we have a dry September, we're into the hay work by the end of September. But if it keeps raining, it could be middle to late October. Just every year's different. It's not one of those things that, like when you're sowing a crop, you say we're going to start on the 15th of April. It happens when the season lets you. If you're a first-time person doing it, I'd get a contractor in and watch and learn. And that it's not something you can read in a book, haymaking. And they'd either go and work for a contractor or a haymaker, or yeah, get a contractor in to do the work for you for a couple of years.